Good morning, guys. So now it's around 6 a.m. and I'm heading down to Uluwatu. The reason why I'm going there is because I want to obtain a new adventure filmmaking skill, and I'm doing a 2-day workshop over there. So now I have a 1-hour drive in front of me, and then I'm gonna tell you what the skill is about.
我心里充满甜蜜，我珍惜这份情谊，我要你轻轻对我说，深深爱上我自己。
So I just stopped for coffee and breakfast, and before I tell you about the skill that I'm gonna be learning here in Uluwatu for the next 2 days, I want to talk about how important it actually is to keep improving. And I don't mean only in your filmmaking skills, but especially if you want to be a documentary filmmaker and outdoor adventure filmmaker, improving in other skills that can support your filmmaking career. You know, this could be, for example, rope work. If you're a climber, being licensed for rope work can help you then get jobs that are in the climbing space. Another example could be parkour. If you are a gymnast or if you are a parkourer, then being able to run quickly through routes or through pathways that have obstacles with the camera in your hand, for example, with a gimbal, it's another very useful skill. Another one could be skiing, another one could be snowboarding, and so on. Because any of these skills can help you on your path to being an adventure filmmaker. And so really think about, what are the skills that you currently have already, and maybe you've never thought about using them while filmmaking. And also think about what are the skills that you actually want to learn. What are the activities, ideally in an outdoor space, that you want to improve at, and then how can these activities and these skills benefit you as a filmmaker.
So if your oxygen is your fuel, think about your car. The car stops taking fuel into the tank, so therefore it'll slowly fall off.
What's your lowest dive?
From down here, can't go out of your mouth because your mouth is closed. Can't go out of your nose because your nose is pinched. So it goes.
Let's go. Guys, so you might have figured out that I'm doing a freediving course, and there's actually 2 reasons for it. Reason number 1 is because for a long time it has been a dream of mine, and last year my wife gave me a surprise birthday present, which is a level 1 freediving course. And reason number 2, and this ties to filmmaking, is that it's a skill that is very useful if you're an adventure filmmaker, and especially if you're living in Asia or in an island nation, because it allows you then to, basically have an advantage over other filmmakers that don't have that skill. And you can do underwater work, you can get comfortable underwater, and yeah, it's just a really good skill to have for hotels, for documentaries, for NGOs, whatever type of work you want to be doing. So day 1, we had a theory, and now we're getting inside the water. But tomorrow I have a surprise, because my friend is gonna bring an underwater housing, and we're actually gonna test that out. So day 1 of freediving course finished, There's one more day tomorrow, and I wasn't able to film a lot because I was obviously focused on the course, on learning the knowledge, and then of course on the practice. But it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. We went diving into quite far into the ocean, so that we couldn't even see the bottom of the ocean, and the visibility wasn't so good. It was also quite wavy, but that made it a little more challenging. But also, you know, it made me really, really kind of focus on the breathing and on relaxing, despite being in that little challenging environment. I managed to go to 12 meters and stay there. I think I did 1 minute and 15 seconds. Then on the breath hold in the pool, I think I did 2 minutes 20. So pretty good for a first day. And I've been really enjoying the experience of slowing down, being present, clearing your mind, and then focusing on the dive. It's a very meditative experience, and now I understand why people love freediving so much. Now I'm in this accommodation. I booked this accommodation on Airbnb for like $30. Super nice. I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. And I was thinking that I might also go bouldering, because there is a bouldering gym here in Uluwatu which I haven't visited yet. But I really feel smoked after the whole day, a little seasick as well. So I'm just gonna have some dinner and I'm gonna call it a day. But tomorrow, as I said, Gil is bringing underwater housing, Sony A7S III as well. So we're gonna try to freedive with the underwater housing. That's gonna be super exciting, I think. So 3 most important things about freediving.
So the 3 most important things about freediving are, first of all, about being relaxed. Morning, Emmy. The more relaxed you are, the lower your heart rate, and the better you feel. That's the reason I started freediving, is because I freedive so much, my heart rate is so low, and I felt so calm and relaxed, and my mental health was just so much better than it was previously. The second thing that's really important is to look good. Make sure you get really good content underwater, dive with some awesome animals. And that's why technique is so important. Firstly, so you can dive deeper, but also because it makes you look way, way better underwater.
What was I doing wrong yesterday with the technique?
So Jakub, you look really good in the water. Your diving was fantastic, your breath hold was great. The one thing you need to work on is your head position. So you were like this the whole time.
Yeah.
And of course, most importantly, that doesn't look good underwater. So.
Yeah, we need to look good, man.
Yeah, but also it's much less hydrodynamic. You know, you put a lot of pressure on your ears, making it hard to pop your ears, and you also produce a lot more drag, so
Yeah.
it slows you down. And I'd say the third most important thing about freediving is never freediving alone. That's firstly for safety, most importantly for safety, but also for fun. The more you dive with other people, the better your relationships become, the more enjoyable it is. It's so much of a better experience if you are always diving with someone who you consider a friend, and you can really share the moments and the experiences with them.
Nice. We got the Czech crew. We're starting day 2 of the freediving level 1 course in about 3 minutes. First part of the day will be some theory, practice, rescue, and so on. Exciting stuff, and we're gonna just jump straight into it.
Say you reach, your urge to breathe here, for example. You reach your urge to breathe when you still have super, super high oxygen levels. If you now go and hyperventilate and your CO2 level drops, you might say get your urge to breathe at this same point when your oxygen level is much, much lower. Sure. Really, really important. If you start to feel dizzy, release the stretch straight away and do your recovery breaths.
All right, so we finished the morning kind of theory and practice lesson, and now we're gonna jump in the pool. So we're gonna do some static, we're gonna do some visualization, and then some safety as well. But I also have the water housing here, so I'm gonna put the Sony A7S III that Gil is filming on right now inside. This is actually a water housing for A7R5, but unfortunately the rental didn't have it, so we're gonna put A7S3 in. The body is very similar. We lose some functions on the buttons, but we can still record and so on. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and now we're gonna get in the water.
So to start off with, I want you guys to visualize with your eyes closed that you're holding onto the freediving buoy and the conditions are perfect. How's the breath hold?
Yeah, it was good. Perfect.
Perfect.
Green zone. I didn't want to go too.
Good, perfect. Just a warm up. Yeah. Make sure he's relaxed. So you might be doing things like I was doing to you guys, like relax your neck, relax your shoulders. You can notice that. What else do you think?
Jestli chceš, tak můžeš říct, kolik už ty dříví teďka, a jestli se chceš pustit, nebo jak to preferuješ.
Nice job. Well done. How was it? Yeah. Nice.
Decháš do břicha.
Before step out.
Alright guys, so what we are now training is some more dynamic movements. Training so that we are pushing into a zone where we are starting to feel the first urge to breathe. And then every time we dive, we try to push a little further. Apparently this training is really good for camera work underwater because it just makes you comfortable in the green zone, and it makes you comfortable when you're switching into the orange zone. So it helps you to extend your time underwater over time, and it's something that I can also train in the pool at home.
Let's do it.
I wanna serve it to you. The days you've gotten me through. If only I could change, I wouldn't be this way. You glow, you change, you're mine, you're free, you're soul. Feel that vibe like the summertime lightning. Living without you feels like dying. I don't wanna be alone. If you're with me, come on with me. Got the whole world singing with me. I don't wanna be alone.
Alright guys, level 1 freediving finished and successfully. I didn't make it to 20 meters, but I made it to 19. Apparently for level 1 all you need is 12. So yeah, really glad I was able to do this. And also trying the camera and really trying to be comfortable and calm with the camera underwater is like another layer of stress, but also it gives you a thing to focus on while underwater. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable actually. Definitely looking forward to test this more and hopefully do level 2 in the future.
I know there's something to